Divine Spirit and gracious Creator, we are all here to open ourselves up unconditionally to your divine assistance and continued direction. As well as receiving your healing and guidance, we are fully open and ready to receive and notice signs and blessings. We are truly grateful and thank you. Amen. Please settle your minds and focus on your crown chakra. And when you are ready, open it for Spirit to supply you with its source of energy. As it enters your crown chakra, allow it to rebalance all your chakras, starting with the crown chakra, moving on to the brow chakra, down to the throat chakra, and then onto the heart chakra, working its way down to the solar plexus chakra, further down to the sacral chakra, and then down to the root chakra. Allow the spirit energy source to visit all your minor chakras to maximize our potential in this circle. Let the energy settle in your body, and when you are ready, move your focus back to your heart chakra and start linking with all the members of this circle unconditionally. Set your intentions on the task we agreed, please, to maximize our ability to make the links of spirit that we need to achieve. We've come together on the earth plane with the purpose of receiving answers to our questions from our spirit guides and advisors that are happy to link with us. I would like to start by introducing members of our circle. My name is Neil, and with me today is Chris, Adrian, Pam, and Claire. I would like to welcome all members of the Spirit Circle, and we thank you for believing in us. As we try to lift our energy level sufficiently to enable you to bridge and make contact through our mediums, we are focusing and offering you the opportunity to link through us. Please link directly through your choice of medium. And if you're happy to link through another medium at the same time as another soul from Spirit does, please do so. Where possible, we respectfully appreciate confirmation that we have achieved a successful link through either a sense of doing so or even more grateful to hear the spoken word itself. As we try to lift our energy levels in our own circle and with the help of our own guides and others in spirit, we do look forward to making the connection to the Spirit Circle. When we have achieved that, could you confirm when you are ready for questions to be put to you, please?
Greetings, Neil.
Welcome. Welcome to our circle.
How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. Have you been with us before?
No.
Okay. What name would you like to go by tonight?
Arok.
Did you say Arok?
Yes.
Thank you. Have you blended sufficiently for us to carry on?
Yes.
And even though you haven't been with us before, have you observed from the Spirit Circle?
Yes, I am observing this evening.
You're observing this evening, okay. So is someone else going to join us to answer the questions, yeah?
Yes.
Thank you. What made you pick Claire to come through our work?
Sorry, Neil.
That's no problem.
It is her time.
Okay. I will just wait for another connection before I start asking questions.
We are very proud of you all.
Thank you for saying that.
We wish you well on your journeys.
We're all having a wonderful journey.
We admire you, Neil.
Hi everyone.
A very warm welcome to you.
How are you? I feel the love. So much love and peace between all you.
Have you been to us before, or just been the other side in the spirit circle?
It's the first time I've come.
Okay. What name would you like to go by tonight, please?
My name's Michael.
A very warm welcome, Michael.
Thank you.
Welcome,
you-
Michael.
Hi, thank you.
Have you blended sufficiently to carry on?
Oh, I'm here. It's just wonderful to be here. I am with you all.
Have you come to answer some questions, or just enjoy the link?
Oh, I've not been here long, but I can answer questions and share some love.
Okay, well, welcome that, Michael. Thank you.
That's fine.
You're probably aware that my questions are quite random. Are you happy with that?
Life always has random moments. So random questions are always good.
Okay, good. Okay. I'll start off with this one then, Michael. Is it okay just to accept that in certain situations we can only do what we can do?
That's all you can do. You just got to do what you can do by the power inside of you. If you have vision and goals, use them to help push your abilities. And every day we will grow and learn to love more and accept more. You are who you are, each individually. And that's what's incredible about everybody.
Thank you for that. Now, to experience what we came to the earth plane to learn, why do some souls have to be subjected to such severe distress, physical and mental pain in their life? There's no consistency, is an observation of mine on the earth plane.
The way that I understand it now, you can come back many times, and every time you learn something new with this person or the soul that you enter. And every person has a different path, but as a soul, you choose to learn from that path. And even through bad times and evil things that can happen to people, what they do with that, you will find they're the most sincere, loving people. And that love is what you carry through and understand more when your passing time comes. And it's acceptance of just being human. It's just magical being human. But some souls don't even choose the human path But that's what's unique about the whole thing. But everything is just deep-seated, filled with just love, love and light. Pure, and that's what we all are. We're all pure. We don't know what's going to happen. We're just taught. Sometimes through dreams, sometimes just through man, and sometimes just through the earth itself. God bless the earth.
Sadly, I think so many of us on the earth take it for granted.
It's just a beautiful world out there. And it's not really taken for granted. Just people don't have time to stop, sit, listen, and just feel. We're all nature. That's what's missing. People forget we are just all nature. They say God's creatures, but we're just all one. It's just love, love, love.
Have you actually had a life on the airplane?
I did. It was amazing at times and very sad at times.
When were you last on the airplane?
Not that long ago. But I'm always there. People that are there, and when you've gone, they will never forget you. And that's what's magical.
So do you continue to link around those people when they call for you?
I hear so many prayers and dreams for me all the time, wishing I was still there. But that journey ended, this one started, and the next one's yet to come.
How would you describe your journey at the moment?
This journey here is just pure. It's just so who I was on earth. Is just a blend of love, happiness, peace. It's just like magic on earth. And to be able to even come and be able to talk to you guys tonight, it's just amazing.
For those that call for you, you know, they're living on the airplane, how would you console them with what they perceive as your loss?
I just tell them to listen to their dreams, be real to themselves, care for the people, care for the planet. And if they really love things, whatever it is that they decide, they should just follow their heart and dreams. And I always try to make sure that they listen to the music and sounds, because there lies a lot of answers for them.
What did you particularly experience in your last life on the earth?
Oh, it was just so hard work. It was a lot of love, but a lot of hate. I wouldn't turn anything that I'd done back, because everything was for love. Some people see that, some people don't. But if we was all the same, it wouldn't be the same. I had a rough journey throughout my life, but the love I gave made it true to me.
Okay. How long ago would that have been in our earth years? And where were you living?
I was America,
Okay.
but traveled the world. This is me.
Was it fairly modern times? When you said you traveled the world, would that have been in aeroplanes, ships,
Oh
or
yes, it's not that long ago.
okay?
Sadly, I died through drugs and hard work.
Did you get drawn to drugs socially?
No, just really to keep going.
Okay. Was that to keep you performing in whatever job you were doing?
Yeah, I had to.
Hmm.
I was so tired.
So did you pass accidentally, or had you had enough?
It was an accident, but too much drugs.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go back a bit further. If you had a previous life, what would the difference have been in Earth years to the one before?
I don't remember
All right.
previous.
Okay.
The only
did
thing
you-
I remember is just a road,
Okay.
and I traveled along that road.
In your most recent life, though, what message did you take back to spirit? What did you learn and experience?
Oh, my soul just shines so bright, and I think the biggest thing was acceptance for who you are, and not worrying what everybody thinks of you. But we learned so much as a human. And when you come here, as a soul, the path you traveled, just come here and know everything more.
Yeah.
And then we can help bring that balance and harmony to people and all living creatures. It's just who we are. I will say, Neil, you will love it.
I mean, at times as you know, when I reflect on things, as things are so pure in spirit, I sometimes wonder why souls choose to experience so many negative things. At times I wonder why, you know, if that's not them naturally in spirit.
I think sometimes it's just intriguing.
Okay.
And even souls have this knowledge here, and you can pass on. Souls don't experience it. You gain the knowledge, but you don't experience the pain when you're here. But what you learned when you're on Earth is just valuable. And people crying out for the love all the time because of their darkest moments
Yeah.
is why we're here. It's just to connect. It's energy that never dies.
But on the earth, sorry. Please, please.
I must leave now, Neil.
All right, Eric. Anyway, thank you for coming and observing.
For letting me.
Goodbye, Eric.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Just going to pick up my train of thought now. So. How should we, as human vessel, in the human vessel, how should we stop overreacting and taking things personally? Because my experience is that can cause so many problems, and it's sort of the problem is self-generated when you.
I think what, as a human, if you're feeling down or trapped, everything can become magnified.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to release and let go of these things. And if you're feeling trapped, people around you will see the difference. But sometimes you can feel so trapped, even you can't listen to them. That's why most people just want to sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
But everybody's just got to reach out and just really pray. Because prayer is the answer. Because once you've said a prayer, you've said words that are trapped in you, and you've just released them. And that itself is what more people need to do.
Yeah.
And just believe in themselves.
Is that the first step to sharing your problems? You know, breaking the barrier down.
It's difficult because society today just don't give you a break.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you know you're right, somebody tell you you're wrong. And then you doubt yourself whether you was right. So just believe. I always say confidence, prayer, love, and being the true you is what you are. And you should just strive and enjoy that road. Because we're all like brothers, sisters, and we're all on the same journey. But we just live different lives on that journey.
Okay. Is isolation ever beneficial?
Isolation is needed sometimes to help you find yourself. It's not always a good thing. In a way, it's a negativity, but that negativity creates a positivity. So sometimes it's just a way of medicine, healing yourself. It's just a shame when you see so many people so isolated. They're not in touch with reality. Then people give them medicines to try and make them what they think is normal, but they are being their true selves.
Yeah.
It can be, from what I know and what I experienced, a horrible world as a human. But if you keep your positivity up, it is a beautiful world. And that balance is what makes humans humans.
Why are capabilities described as weaknesses or strengths? Because cannot they both be dependent upon any given circumstances? They can switch.
It's difficult because everybody's got different abilities. And some people let the jealousy kick in or frustration because they can't just do a simple thing like their friend can. But if they just accepted that they can do what they can do and use that to their best ability, what other people do just doesn't matter.
Do square pegs work in round holes? That's the saying we have, but they don't. But do they?
I can safely say I've never heard that. And I'm not even sure what a peg is. So if they say it does, it must do.
A lot of people say it doesn't, but sometimes I wonder. It's like a round wooden peg, and you've got a square hole. They say you should have a square peg, not a round
So
peg.
you're putting a shape through a shape. Well, if it's not the same shape, you're pretty stuck. But it depends on the size of the shape.
Well, that's true, yeah.
So every angle and every way you look at it, there's always an answer.
Good, good. I like that one. Is Iraq the birthplace of civilization? I read that somewhere to say it was, and if it was, what's happened to it for it to have ended up as it is now?
The planet Earth. Earth is the start of civilization.
Hmm.
When it started, there was no named countries. So you can put that one in the trash bin.
Okay.
That would be someone just believing something and saying it, and
Yeah.
it may be written down and translated over the years. But the Earth itself is round. It had no names. And we were introduced to that planet. And we lived on that planet. Civilization has changed over many, many years. But the growth of mankind is probably over tipping the balance of the way the world should be.
Yeah.
Because mankind isn't the best kind.
It's not at the moment, no.
It never has been.
Okay.
But it is needed for a reason. But like everything, sometimes it just spreads.
Is that reason to create the experiences for souls that choose to come and have a life in the human vessel?
You'd say that because even as souls, from when I remember joining the human soul vessel, I remember choosing that path. And it's like you have a choice. But the experience and knowledge gained is just what we can't feel here. So it's needed for us to help when people are calling for the love and help needed.
Are you one of our guides, Michael?
I wouldn't say I'm a guide. I would just say this journey at the middle here and helping people is just what we do here.
Okay.
I see many guys around people, even you guys on this circle. And they, well, you know, they're with you all the time. But there's so many people that keep crying out for the help and love. Now I'm here as a soul. I'm just going to share and spread that love and heal and make sure people feel comfortable answering their prayers.
How does spirit interpret the meaning of being in a mess? You know, if a human soul's in a mess, is that down to faith or beliefs? And how do we recognize such mixed thoughts?
Well, the easiest way is when you're born, you're taught, and what you're taught isn't always the way the soul would like to go within the journey.
Okay.
So the soul will feel a little separated from its vessel.
Right.
But I guess that soul's just having to take that journey to follow the path that's needed. Again, we know so much when we've crossed, but we don't know so much when we're there.
Okay.
But we learn. And I think when you come over here, you know all these things, but on earth you don't. So it's very difficult, and this is why I think souls sometimes get confused, because the true soul will know everything, and it can link, it's an amazing thing. It's the biggest seed of who we all are. But the vessel, sadly, sometimes are just a little bit weak.
How does the higher soul, get the human vessel back on track?
In its dreams.
Okay.
Because every day you wake up, you can go to bed in a bad mood, but you'll wake up feeling better. Subconscious, that's what they call that. And it's difficult because if you could remember all the dreams that you're shown, it would be amazing. But because the vessel's sleeping, it doesn't remember and it just gets confused. But that healing and love sent and the answers it's asking for are always given to each and every one.
Is that another reason why our moods are affected? We have mood swings.
Always. That's what makes you human now.
Okay. I mean, quite a few people will say they've woken up and they're in a bad mood. And when you say, well, what's upset you? They can't tell you.
That's because they can't accept what they're being told.
Okay.
They can be
Yeah.
just negative. And when you tell them it's all positive and helping them find their way, that unacceptance plays on their mind, in their brain, and it wakes up tired.
So using that as an analogy, then, if you wake up tired, is that, taking that to its extreme, is that a reason why
Yeah, because you're searching.
you're still in a mood swing? Yeah.
Yeah, you're asking questions, but you can't find the answers.
Okay.
And even when people around you, while you're awake, are telling you the answers, you can't accept them.
Yeah.
So you become moody and just some people just think you're not a nice person.
Yeah.
But you're looking for answers and you can't find the answer. And the answer needed can be on any topic or any situation, or even answers through traumas that you've been through, because everybody at the end of the day wants to know why. And you don't always get the answer why. You just have to accept why, move on, learn from it, accept it, and then enjoy life.
Yeah. Sometimes for some people that's easy to say, it's hard to do.
It's very difficult. I think the main thing is if you've got the right friends and people that love you, it can make day by day that little bit better.
Yeah. That's you're fortunate if you have that. But it's sometimes our way forward by making a complete break from a situation or people. Or should we try harder and resolve our problems and differences?
You've got one life, a million choices to make in that one life. So whatever you choose, whether it's right or wrong, it doesn't matter. You're just living, and people forget that they're just living. Sometimes you have to be bold, and it'll upset the people around you. But people set goals, and to achieve goals, it's not everyone's liking. But when you've hit your goal, you just feel true to yourself. And that's what it is about. Just being true to yourself.
Okay. I mean, in situations when we come over as being blunt, is that down to us personally, or is it a combination of the recipient of the conversation resisting what we're trying to explain?
I think when everybody's being blunt, they're just trying to get their point across. But by being blunt, some people think they're rude.
Yeah.
But they're not being rude, they just can't accept that point. And you'll never get people to understand. Ever. But that's why most people choose their friends wisely.
Yeah. Okay.
Because true friends understand you and how you tick.
What causes confusion in our minds? You know, is it down to overthinking, or is it the lack of it?
Definitely the latter is the lack of thinking. People just get something on their mind and a problem, and that's all they focus on.
Yeah.
If they just took back a little bit and did lack of thinking on that one little problem, the solution's there. But they just can't see past that little bit. So everybody is very lack of thinking. But then you get the people that overthink. And I'd say they got no hope. Because they just don't believe what they're thinking is true. But they keep putting more and more in. It's like turmoil. I'd class that myself as like a disease. You're letting your mind take over.
Yeah.
But I guess everything you do, everything you see, everything you touch, the brain will store that. And if it don't quite put it where it wants to, it will conflict itself.
Okay.
So you need a little reset. And a recess where you can just sometimes get away and change your habits sometimes. I would sing my heart out, but sometimes I would just go into a little room and just draw. And what comes to mind when you draw is a nice place to be, because it helps clear that mind and focus on what's needed.
Okay. Why do some souls pass unexpectedly and others have time to get their affairs in order? You know, if they've got time to get their affairs in order, they can probably help their loved ones prepare for their passing, whereas other ones
Wow,
don't.
that's just a human thing. But the vessel can give up any time. It's just organs, just a vessel.
Okay.
The soul never dies. But the soul's not in control of what the vessel can do.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just having
Yeah.
a journey in the vessel. And sadly, sometimes it's cut short. But then the soul will just move on to another vessel and carry on his little journey. It's like everything. Everything that is born will automatically do what its parents or its mother or father would do naturally. But animals are the best because animals just know their way and they just use instinct, and that's how they learn. But humans, again, you're taught so many things. If we wasn't taught the love, the racism, all the bad things and the good things would be just pure. But because people are taught what's right from wrong and their different religions and backgrounds, it's what makes peace very difficult. But it's happened again, it's just the human race.
But what gives you in spirit? You know, what benefit do you get in spirit when you're in spirit by being exposed to all those negative issues?
Well, you're just trying to help let them find that path and a journey that's comfortable for that vessel and the soul. The soul's journey is, it's set, it's there. But the vessel's journey can take the soul from place to place. So it's difficult because the soul hasn't got control over the vessel. But here we can help subconsciously help them go on a path that's going to suit them and make them feel good.
Okay. I suppose what I'm questioning is, in spirit, everything is so pure, and you're actually taking a pure entity and put them into an impure situation. And I don't totally understand why.
Because it's love, hate, dark, light. It's like a circle. You start and it just keeps going round and round and round. It's about a balance.
Okay.
And I even being here is so difficult. You can't teach balance. Because everybody perceives things differently. But
So
I
is that,
think people, so now I just think most people just hope to do well and
yeah.
hope that their lives are good and get so focused and wrapped up in that they forget to live.
In this current life, we probably hear more about all the negative things, but would you agree that there's a lot more positive things going on that we don't hear about?
Every day is positive. You don't even have to open up your eyes. You could just listen and you will see the birds singing. If you close your eyes and there's a school that's by, you will hear the kids playing and screaming. All that is positive. And when your eyes are open, you'll see people smiling. But people forget the small things because of these media and TV, and
Yeah.
media is just, again, I'm sorry to say it now, it's just man. They just spread it and spread it and spread it. And sadly, some just love it. But you've got the choice. Just turn the thing off and enjoy yourself.
Okay. Why don't some humans listen?
Stubborn.
Okay.
We all don't want to listen if we know they're right, because it's just not what you want to do. But if you eat a bit of humble pie, as you have, I know, you come out better at the other end. And you learn so much more and open to so much more. And like you with this, you just share more. And that is positive. And that's true love.
In your opinion, what should make us laugh?
That's difficult. Most people laugh at people's expenses of being hurt, or most of the time if somebody falls over and bumps their head, people will just laugh. I've never understood that. But the comedy from when I was a kid to when I passed had changed so much. There's not a lot of laughter anymore, and it is needed. So you just need to be in the right place. Choose wisely what you want to do and where you want to be. And then the laughter will just come. And most of all, sharing your life with friends that are on the same wavelength. And you'll find you'll be laughing all the time.
Yeah, no, I endorse that. Yeah. Conversely, though, what should make us cry? Yeah, there's some people don't seem to have the empathy or notice.
Well, when people pass, some people don't cry. But when something's so close to the heart and something happens and it triggers a memory, it's the memory that makes them cry.
Okay.
So really, if people talked more in person, and brought out pictures and memories, you would find sometimes there'd be laughter and crying. And again, that's a good balance.
Okay.
But people don't do that no more. They just talk on the computers and phones.
At least they're talking, I suppose.
Yeah, but it ain't right. Not from when I was alive. You can't hug a person or a friend through a phone. And everybody's lost and losing the ability of that loving contact and proper true friendship. I would say this. Most people would have a lot of friends and contacts in their cellular mobile device. But if it wasn't for this new technology, typing and talking, how many people would call you? You might as well bin the phone, sell the phone and get rid of it. People just need to change before it's too late.
Can you see that change ever happening?
Sadly not. Yeah, sadly not. But with what you're doing, you're helping people believe and understand a connection for the loved ones that's gone. And it's the connection and the love is what everybody looks for.
I suppose the challenge is to use that connection with love to actually help people overcome all their negatives or more of their negatives.
Yeah, that's right. Now, my friends, I'm gonna go. And it's been an utter pleasure just coming along tonight, connecting with all of you guys. And the love you guys share is just bright and pure. You bring in a lot of peace from your little group for everybody here and everybody there. So thank you.
No, thank you for recognizing that, and thank you for coming through.
That's fine. Take care.
Yeah, and you, safe journey. If there's anyone else in spirit that would like to make a connection, please do. But if not, I'll shortly close the circle.
Hello there, Neil.
Hello, thank you for coming through. Have you been through before?
Yes and no.
No.
I've been through a long time ago. Back at the beginning.
Did you give us a name at that time?
No, no name was given at that time.
Okay, okay. What name are you going by now, or do you prefer not to give a name?
You may call me Jay tonight.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Jay.
Jay. Okay, thank you. Have you previously had a life on the airplane, Jay?
Yes, I have had many.
Would you like to pick one of your better lives that you felt you achieved a lot in and explain some of the details to us?
Yes, I can do that for you. My last life. This is a nurse. In the Navy.
How long ago are you going back, enough years?
Almost 40 of your years.
Okay, thank you.
I help those within conflict. From the Falklands. Do you know of these?
I do, yes, I do. Does that suggest you were on the British side or the Argentinian side?
I was on the British side.
Okay.
But it was more the side of trying to heal and fix those injured.
Yeah.
It was a very challenging time. But we survived it and managed to carry on.
Okay.
I managed to have a small family. People passing away when my time came.
Looking back, would you see that there was any justification for the Falklands War?
No. It was one of those unnecessary conflicts again.
Yeah. I agree with you totally.
Nothing changed afterwards. I think both sides would agree on that. Obviously, those that have to protect what is theirs at that time and those trying to regain what was once theirs. But for people, meanings, I would say,
Yeah.
this is very similar to what you are experiencing now.
Yes, I agree.
And people are starting to realize this.
Hopefully a solution can be found, to
Yes,
stop, what's going on, whoever's at fault.
you should be seeing that there is no gain either way at this current point. It is almost at a stalemate.
Yeah, it would look like that, yeah.
But I bring this message of hope that
Good, thank you.
yes, there will be loss of life. Yes, there will be sadness. But life will carry on. And as long as those that pass are within others' memories, all will be well.
Okay, thank you. But as
Thank
human souls, are we ever going to get our act together? Do you see that happening?
There is hope. The conflict is not there that once was.
Okay,
When you see it from our side, I will say,
yeah,
yes, it is there, but it is not there like it used to be. So the hope is there that eventually people will realize that it's not, that it is to just get on, enjoy your life. There's no need to fight each other. Yes, in some ways, it advances things with technology, but the world over the last 70 years has had mainly peace,
yeah,
and technologies have still advanced without war. People should look at this and see.
as a soul in spirit now, Jay, what are you there to enjoy? What do you actually enjoy?
I enjoy the peace and the connection. It is hard to describe unless you are here.
Okay,
We are still busy. We still have many things to do. Yes, I do miss having a life, and I will take another. But at this point, I am still My journey is better where I am at this point.
Okay.
I am there to watch over and help guide my children that are still on this earth.
Okay. Are your children aware of their connection to you still?
Yes, I show myself to them
Good.
in ways they have not seen me fully. They know I am at around.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of training to do this and a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And it is worth every effort to do this. This is an unusual request, but if this hasn't been mentioned, I feel this would help those in your development groups.
Okay.
Maybe if they're struggling to understand their connections with others, to pass their readings on and their connections. And to understand that you have to have the right balance for us all to connect.
Yeah.
But you know this, Neil. It is just something I felt that I just would like to say.
No, thank you for that, because it will help people hearing it. You know, I know people also who, I can put it in a way, they're desperate to hear from their loved ones in spirit, but they don't understand why they haven't come through, you know. And as you said, you have to learn, don't you?
Yes, we learn, but sometimes maybe I will say this. Sometimes we do not connect because it is not the time that is needed. Do you understand this?
I do, yeah, I do. I try to be very careful when I'm
So we can be around,
trying to console people, because I can't tell them everything, because it could be misconstrued.
but it is not our time to pass
Yeah,
our message of advice on,
yeah,
or even to say that we are around and
yeah.
give you the evidence to show that we are there.
No, I agree. And that's why, as a medium, I just accept what comes through to me from spirit, that you've made the decision. It's not me making the decision. You've just chosen to use me.
Sometimes as well, we spend a lot of time in what you would call your life review.
Yeah,
To us, it is not long, but down there for you, it could feel like a very long time.
yeah, agree. Okay.
I've just been asked to confirm this and just let you know, and all those that will watch and those in the group.
No, I appreciate that. As I said, makes more sense coming from spirit for people to hear it, you know. Are you okay for me to ask some more questions?
Yes, I will try to answer them for you.
Okay. Why do some souls pick a life, say, as an insect or a simpler life experience? Or is it for a shorter life commitment or more simple existence?
Shorter, yes, but also humans have a very long time from birth to doing anything. Whereas when you see other life forms, insects and animals,
Yeah.
fish and turtles and tortoise, as soon as they hatch, they're off, they're on their own.
Yeah.
It is a different type of life that they lead. So they can learn a lot in that short period. It is a very useful and rewarding way, especially when you start on your journeys before choosing a human life.
Mm.
When you ask us, have we been on this earth before? And we say yes many times.
Yeah.
I will confirm that we will say this, or a few lives. We always refer to this as our human lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it doesn't mean to say that we haven't lived as other things previous to this.
In general, then, is it normal that you start in a lower life form as a young soul and graduate maybe to the experience of a human vessel?
Yes, we can do this, but there
Okay.
are souls that will stick to living lives as animals or other.
Yeah. No, I think that's been said before. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Michael was an advocate, was talking to me earlier, was an advocate, obviously, of life in the human vessel and the benefits. I'm trying to explain the benefits of living another life in the human vessel, but I'm trying to understand how some souls wouldn't ever choose to have a life in a human vessel if, you know, he was expressing it so strongly.
Some of us are from different times.
Okay.
As old as we all are, there are some that are younger. So we all, even in spirit, have our own likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
We might combine as one, but we're still individual. And as a human, it is a hard but rewarding journey because the complexities
Yeah.
are so different. If you was to live life as maybe a dog or a cat, the lives are pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Unless you was to choose one that was wild rather than domesticated.
Yeah, okay.
But the life cycle patterns are very similar. From the outside, looking down on planet Earth, humans look the same, but it's not until you get into them that the differences are massive. This is where the challenge begins.
Yeah, I can understand that one. Yeah. You mentioned dogs and cats, but how would you describe the purpose of a cat or a dog on the earth plane? And then likewise, when they pass the spirit, what's the purposes in both locations?
Their purpose is just like yours, is to live and to enjoy, to learn. They have changed a lot over the centuries with all the breeding and getting the animals that now exist, with all the types of dogs and cats that you now have. From once what was when it started, just a few. They are mostly just domesticated lives now.
Yeah.
But it's how they learn to connect with the humans and then themselves, if they are allowed on certain occasions, as a lot of pets now seem to be kept more inside. They seem to be more house pets than anything like their natural abilities should let them be. But in spirit, they join as one. From what I see, like we do.
What you're saying is that cats and dogs join as one, or cats and dogs join with you as one.
All three, Neil.
Okay.
It is all about the sharing of knowledge and how things can help change things for the better, the interaction, the love. The love is there for everything. It is not just a human thing.
No. But my experience is on the earth plane is cats and dogs show their love unconditionally. Whereas not all humans do that.
No. They once did. But it is all to do with the training, the teachings, and the upbringings.
Okay.
As the animals do not get this, they are taught to do certain things by humans, or they go on their natural instincts. They do not have the schooling to tell them how to think and what to do. But they still have their natural abilities to love unconditionally.
Yeah. I mean, it's a wonderful release for a lot of human souls.
Yes.
They bring so much benefit, I would argue.
They bring healing as well.
Yeah, agreed.
There is so much to learn from animals.
Yeah.
Humans should study them more closely. And not to be so objective when studying them.
Yeah. How should we improve our balance with nature?
Spend more time in it is the easiest way.
Okay, yeah, I expected you to say that.
That's why I answered it that way.
Okay. Come back to animals or creatures. What's the purpose of keeping a goldfish in a bowl or fish in a tank? And is it cruel?
The purpose is just what a human does. Goldfish are not meant to be kept in bowls or tanks.
Okay.
Again, it is just something that has lost its way.
Yeah. Okay.
That is all I can answer that on with. It is very rewarding to watch fish, but to have a solitary fish in a bowl,
Yeah.
it is not meant to be.
I do know a lot of people that do keep fish in tanks that say it's very calming.
It is, it does help, but doesn't help the fish when they're on their own.
No. But what I would say is, well, they can now get, with the technology, they can get a video and just play it on their televisions. And that's the
Yes.
equivalent. So, but they think you're joking when you say that, and probably not. Okay. What influences us as individuals to develop an interest in something? You know, we can go from one extreme to the other, and suddenly we can get interested in something specific. And you can't always see why.
This is when you tap into your soul
Okay.
and its experiences. It is also a point of also when the soul feels you need to take adjustment in your life at that point, or to bring you back on the path that you are meant to be on.
Yeah. So is it like a sign from within?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Why would you say we have developed a tendency here to expect more things to be given to us on a plate, not just materially, but physically, mentally, and on demand? Because that seems to have increased.
Things have become easier over the centuries. There are more rules and laws in place to stop people doing or saying things. So in some way your lives are easier than what once was. They're also longer than what once was. There's a lot of influence from the media, your televisions. The world has become a smaller place. You can get around it easier. This is all it is. It is more people wanting rather than needing. If this makes sense.
In a way, but one of the issues I pick up on, I can see why you say life has become easier, but in some ways it's actually become harder, not physically, but mentally. Maybe through our own self-creation.
Yes, this is what's happened. Maybe you have too much of things.
That's probably what I meant. That's probably where it's coming from.
The expectation as well. People have lots of expectations now than what they once did.
I mean, looking back to my childhood, you know, you didn't have anywhere near as much expectations. So you just got on with it and enjoyed all the simple things.
Yes, you lived in the now.
Yeah, agreed. And I think I was probably privileged to have experienced that. Whereas others, you know, younger people haven't. They
Yes,
only know what they know, don't they?
It's what they want now rather than just being in the now and
agreed.
accepting what comes forward on a day-to-day basis.
Okay. Can a cry for help just be a shout out for attention? And if so, how do we distinguish between a genuine need for help?
This is difficult. If they're a stranger, you would not know the difference. If there is somebody you know, you should be able to tell.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
This is difficult to say because the only way to truly tell is really to know the person, or certainly know their history if you do not know them.
Okay.
But if you always answered and tried to help initially, that is the best thing that you could do, is to just be kind and help. Put your hand out. But do not give all straight away.
Yeah.
Just give enough at the time.
Excuse me.
And monitor. Especially if you do not know them or know them very well.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense completely. Yeah. Are there any situations where we shouldn't stand up for ourselves? You know, that we should recognize to take a back seat?
You should always stand up for yourself. But if you are feeling a deep emotion at the time, check yourself first.
Okay.
Because you could be reacting to something that is not a situation in the first place. It is just how you take it. Maybe you're tired. Maybe something has upset you prior to something happening. If it is a long-term thing that has been going on and you suddenly start to stand up for yourself, then yes, you stand up. But try to stand up for yourself at the earliest opportunities. You'll know that you're being taken advantage of, and reset your boundaries.
Yeah. Okay. How do we know if our efforts are producing results?
Feeling, gut feeling.
Okay.
If you are feeling content or happy, then you are on the right path. Not necessarily life path, but you know at the time things are okay.
That makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense. What does "there are no flies on me" mean?
There are no flies on you, Neil. Well done.
Oh.
You've had a bath.
There we go, just to lighten it a bit. Okay, while we're on that then, what's the best way to stop mosquitoes and midges biting us?
I have no answer for this one.
I had to get one back, didn't I?
They are all different. They all
Yeah.
have their attractions wherever they are. You can try your creams and your sprays. Probably the best thing are the nets.
I think I read somewhere once that it's only the female mosquitoes that actually bite you, but we'd have no idea whether it's a male or a female mosquito around us. That's not very helpful.
Maybe if you had a tail, you'd be able to swat them away, Neil.
Yeah, true. Is that why animals have tails?
Maybe. They're a good
Uh,
idea sometimes.
Yeah.
I will bid you a good evening.
All right,
Do not
lovely.
mind.
Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for
Jay.
letting me come through.
I enjoyed the chat. Yeah, lovely.
Thank you very much. And God's
Okay.
love be with you all.
Yeah, and send our love back to the circle, please.
We will. Thank you deeply.
Time for us now to finish today's question and answer session. We would like to thank Spirit for being here to guide us and working directly with us. That includes our personal guides and for the additional advisors that have joined us here today to give us the benefit of their wisdom. Thank you so much for your continued support, which we do all fully appreciate and value. And we look forward to linking up again with you next time. Before we close the link, we hope you don't mind us spending a few minutes of our time exploring our personal direct links with Spirit. 2 to 3 minutes until I'll call you back into the room, everyone. Time now to refocus on your crown chakras, please. And as and when you have, close it down to break your link with spirit. Move any residual energy you don't need down from your crown chakra to your brow chakra, onto your throat chakra, then to your heart chakra. Further down to your solar plexus chakra and onto your sacral chakra, and then to your root chakra. Allow this surface energy to move down through your legs and body to your feet, and ground yourself on Mother Earth, please. When you are sufficiently grounded and in your own time, gently and slowly bring your attention back into the room.